Good evening, MHT families. Today's video will show you how to navigate within MyMHT, our student information system. It will also show you how to gather information and set up your notifications and change your settings. But before we get started, I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Walton, who agreed to allow me to impersonate her so that I could show you the parent portal. Mrs. Walton, we really appreciate your help. So let's get started. I opened up my browser. I went to mostholitrinitySchool.myschoolapp.com. I entered my username, which is my first and last name, and I entered my password. On a side note, if you have forgotten your password, please feel free to call the school office. We will be happy to reset that for you. It's a really simple process. All right, so I'm logged in. And the first thing we'll talk about is your settings. So if you go to your name, which is in the upper right-hand corner, and you go to settings, you can change what page you want to land on just by clicking edit and selecting the page. You can also update your notifications. So there is a notification that you can get if you want to receive a text or email every time the teacher updates the assignments. Or if you would like every time the office posts something on the resource board, you want an email or a text. And you can set that up right here in notifications. The other thing under your name is your files and forms. So if you have forgotten to fill out your emergency contact form, or if you have not signed any of the other forms from the beginning of the year, you can go here and complete that. If there is a new form, like a school field trip, there will be a banner that shows up right here. It says you have a form to complete, and you just click on it and fill out the form, and then the banner will disappear. And the nice thing about MHT is there's always a different way. There's more than one way to find the information you need. So if you've forgotten one way, there's always another one to find it. There's always a backup. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you is the news page. Now, the news page is more of a living document. It's where we're going to post information, and it would be the first place that we would post it. So it's always changing. It might be the lunch menu. It might be a different kind of announcement. If we go to the resource page, that is where we will put our static information that we want you to have, and we want you to be able to get it all the time. So we have a link for our lunch resources, which will take you to the school lunch menu. It will also take you to Easy School apps so that you can order lunches. We also have a link to our Facebook page and, of course, to fax in case you need to do anything with that. Again, you can set up in your notifications if you would like to be notified whenever something changes. The other nice thing about MyMHT is the ability to check and see how your students are doing in their classes. So right here is where you're going to see your child's name. If you have more than one child, you'll have to use the pull-down menu. And then right here is a list of all of the classes that this student is enrolled in. You also notice that there is a teacher's email address in case you want to send an email. And there is a message app. This is the internal messaging. So it's just like an email, works exactly the same way. And it will go directly to the teacher, and she can respond to right in MyMHT. And if you do have a message, it will show up right here where it says messages. There will be a 1. But if it's something that you want to keep for a longer time, you might want to just copy that address and paste it in your favorite email browser or email program and do it that way. The other nice thing that you can do is click on the name of the subject, and you will see the teacher's bulletin boards. And the teachers are in the process of working on these. But basically, this is how we are going to put out information for you also. So you might see here upcoming assignments. You might see information about what's going on in class. You might see a syllabus. You might see a rubric. It all depends on the teacher and what they have posted. Again, in notifications, you can set up to be notified if a teacher changes their bulletin board. So we've showed you how to change your settings. I've showed you how to access messages, how to access your forms. I've showed you the news page and the resource page and how to get to your individual teachers' bulletin boards. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me. My email is mchubb@mostholytrinityschool.org, or call me at school. I am extension 120, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.